Okay guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about WWE 2K22. And we saw the trailer hit over SummerSlam weekend, and all I can say is the game so far visually is looking very, very impressive. The graphics are absolutely stunning. We've seen a few entrance motions by the likes of Ricochet, Rey Mysterio, Drew McIntyre, and a few others. The only thing lackluster in this trailer, unfortunately, as has been the occurrence over the years by 2K, is the lack of gameplay. Now, we've seen a few cinematic shots of Sheamus delivering a Irish Curse backbreaker, Bailey hitting a clothesline on, believe it was Carmella, I believe, Kane giving a chokeslam, Goldberg with a spear, Lashley with a Dominator. However, that's about it. It's not that I'm not being hopeful about the game's future, but with the lackluster amount of gameplay that has been shown in this trailer, I'm a little bit concerned once again, which I shouldn't be, because they've had quite some time to be pulling all the triggers in terms of making it up to the WWE 2K gaming community after the atrocious WWE 2K20 was released. But yeah, with all that being said, it's just so difficult to have any faith in the company after what happened to 2K20. I mean, WWE 2K Battlegrounds was pretty good, but it's not the simulation type style game that we get on a yearly basis. It was fun, but it wasn't up to scratch for those who want that simulation itch. However, that being said, it looks like WWE 2K22 is being held in a Thunderdome-like setting. However, no virtual crowd. It looks like they've just mixed the Thunderdome arena, and instead of putting LEDs into the crowd setting, they've gone with actual people sitting in seats. So mixed feelings about that. I just wish there was an option to either have fans or a virtual audience. But with that being said, you can't be too picky, because game development, I believe, would be quite difficult to import something like that to that degree. So another thing very, very interesting in this trailer, we saw no cover to WWE 2K22, and we also saw no pre-order bonus. And this leads to a lot of questions in regards to who's going to be the cover star or cover stars to WWE 2K22, and who's going to be the pre-order bonus. It's going to be very difficult to choose in this current state after WWE released so much talent over the last year, maybe year and a half since the pandemic began. Yes, we had the huge roster cuts in 2020. We had multiple huge roster cuts in 2021, to the point where it's getting ridiculous, and apparently there's more to come, which is absolutely unbelievable. That you think, I get business and I get business structure. I understand cost-cutting measures to make the company better in the future, but at the same time, these people, that's their job. That's their number one priority. That's their livelihood. That's their method of making money and getting food onto their tables. So I won't rant too much about that, but WWE, I understand. You've made record profit last year. You're set to make record profit this year, and you're ruining people's livelihoods and their dream jobs. And some of the interviews that I've seen online after some of the cuts, very heartbreaking stuff, honestly, because that was their number one priority, to be in that company, and after being let go by the company, they have nowhere to turn. I mean, they can make a name for themselves outside the company. I'm not saying they're not, but they are just heartbroken by losing their dream job. And I'm sure some of them will get back into that company down the line, but you know, we're just slowly coming off of a pandemic, which we're going to have to live with for quite some time. We're coming off, we're starting to see some sort of life seep back in the community around the world. Unfortunately, in Australia, we've gone backwards, but the rest of the world is slowly opening up again. Um, so, yeah, it's just crazy to think that now some of them are, they don't have a stuck down job. It's crazy. But getting back to the cover and pre-order bonus, yeah, who do you put on the cover for WWE 2K22? I've seen rumours of Rey Mysterio for being in the trailer. I've seen rumours of Drew McIntyre and Sasha Banks being on the cover at the same time. I've seen rumours of Bayley. I've seen rumours of Roman Reigns. I've seen fan art, custom-made covers of Finn Balor and a few others that featured in the trailer yesterday. Even people like Edge. Like, who is going to be on the cover? I have literally no idea, but if it was up to me, because of their work throughout the pandemic era, and I don't want to take anything away from anyone else, but from the PC leading into the Thunderdome, I reckon these two are definitely deserving of being on the cover, and my choices are Drew McIntyre and Sasha Banks. Now, a lot of people may not agree with me because, the Thunderdome is now a thing of the past. The PC era was quite some time ago. We're going way back into last year, and I know the game is 2K22, but just because of their efforts, whether they make more people appear on the cover or not, that's up to 2K, that's up to no one else. But I reckon 2 people on the cover, 1 male, 1 female, same as last year. Both are deserving. Both have shown their worth throughout the pandemic era. And even coming out of the pandemic era, it's going to be Drew McIntyre, Sasha Banks. But, as I said, who do you think's going to be on the cover? Yeah, just leave a comment who you think's going to be on the cover of WWE 2K22. Pre-order bonus, that's going to be an interesting one because who do you pick? So many cuts. The Fiend is gone. Guys like Sting are gone out of the company. They are previous 2K 2K pre-order bonuses. Guys like Big Show, Mark Henry, all them are now out of WWE. And who do you pick? Ric Flair. Someone, these guys have been in WWE games, but sometimes you want to get that nostalgia kick and you just want to push someone forward to be into that pre-order bonus and put them as a alternate character for a past attire or a group that they've been in. It sometimes does happen, but I just don't know who you put as the pre-order bonus. Absolutely no idea. And I'd say the NWO because they featured at the Hall of Fame this year. But then again, I think there were a pre-order bonus for 2K14 or something. So you're really just recycling pre-order bonus packs, or they might have been even DLC. Same sort of thing anyway. You still got to download it. So I don't know. Unless you put, then again, I was going to say Rob Van Dam, who featured in the Hall of Fame as well this year, but Rob Van Dam was pre-order bonus for 2K18, I believe. Yeah. So I just don't know what you do for the pre-order bonus. Does anyone have any ideas? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts because I have no idea. I've seen things online saying put Edge as the pre-order bonus, but then again, I think it was the pre-order bonus for 2K Battlegrounds, and he's been an active superstar in the game, so why take him out of the active roster and then get people to, pre-order and pay extra or whatever they have to do just to get him, it'd be just be silliness. It'd be good marketing strategy, but it would also be silliness for those casual fans who do, do watch a little bit more than some of the other casual fans and go, oh, how come he's not in here? It's just going to cause a little bit of a ruckus, I believe. Yeah, I have no idea whatsoever. Pre-order bonus, cover star, no idea. And it's just odd that it was not featured, considering it is now August 2021 and the game comes out March 2022. Maybe we find out in January, I'm not sure. So yeah, and just another opinion, as cool as the cinematic style trailers are of these games over the years, it's really impressive, it's really cool. The graphics get shown off to a completely new level each time these trailers come out. But sometimes that seems to overshadow how the game is actually presented. And unfortunately, these games are not presented in a cinematic format. They are styled off WWE TV broadcasting settings. And I just wish they had a little bit more gameplay, especially being a wrestling game. Like, entrances are cool and all, but we want to see some wrestling. Is it that hard to have a few clips in there of just like someone doing a move from the TV broadcasting position, the default camera in game, turn the HUD off if it looks too messy, and just have a look at some actual raw gameplay. That's the thing that's been missing from these trailers for years now. It feels like games like SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, 2010, before an official trailer was released where we get little clips of gameplay, that seemed more exciting than the actual trailer at times. Because you got a feel of how the game actually plays instead of looking at the fancy smancy, cinematic, style trailers when there is lack of cinematic style in the game. It's just one of the things that I've thought about for years now. It's just like, it looks cool, but the game is never presented in the way that it's shown in the trailer, and that's a little bit of a disappointing factor every year with these trailers, because we don't see actual wrestling in the way that it's presented to us. We see a few moves here and there, but it's so cinematic based. Like, sometimes we do get a camera cut that may be very similar, but it's not cinematic to that degree. It's overproduced. And I just want to see some gameplay. Is it that difficult? So with all that being said, the next thing on everyone's mind is the release date, and this will be the first time, I believe, in the series that we are seeing a game being released on the same year as the actual title of the game. So that's going to be very interesting. It's scheduled to be released March 2022 without a set proper date. It's just going to be sometime in March, which is on the road to WrestleMania. And just very unique, very interesting time period for a WWE 2K game to be released, and that gives me a lot of thoughts, thinking about what's going to happen with the next WWE 2K title, whether that is called WWE 2K23 or not, and whether it gets set back into the period of around August, September, October, November release dates. Like, are we going to get two 2K games in the same year, or what? Or are we going to get another title? Are we going to get a Battleground sequel? Like, what's going to happen? Or is March going to be the new time frame on the road to WrestleMania? Which is a little bit odd, because around WrestleMania time is the time when the WWE roster gets a reset. So that's, we get usually debuts from NXT. We see championships change. A lot of big things happen around WrestleMania time. Sometimes going into WrestleMania, the show will seem normal, and then all of a sudden coming out of WrestleMania, you're getting fresh things, new storylines, new champions. So I don't know if that's going to be a good idea if they remain in the March setting each year, because not just that, stages change all the time. Unfortunately, if this is what they're going with without adding the current stage to the game, this game is already outdated. Which is another constant thing that happens with the 2K games, with WWE especially. Especially without an updating feature, like apparently the likes of NBA 2K have. So that's another thing that really frustrates me. Like, you're getting the Thunderdome stage, the Thunderdome arena without the LEDs. It's like a mixture of, old, but, in a different setting. It's weird to me that, I know there's community creations, and I know you can create one for yourself, like if you wanted to make the new Raw stage, the new SmackDown stage, which are basically the same thing now. But once again, it's happened again to the point where, the game is already outdated, and we still have another 7-8 months until this game comes out. A little bit frustrating. But as regards to the date, March 2022, not a problem for me. As long as we get a good game. That's all that this community cares about, is getting a new, fresh, actually working, less buggy, enjoyable wrestling game. And March 2022 is not a problem for me because I'm currently doing a WWE 2K19 series. I'm a little bit behind on YouTube. I've got stuff to upload on Twitch. I'm just hoping that WWE 2K commit to their promise of leaving the online servers open till release day, March 2022, which seems ridiculous because WWE 2K19 come out at the end of 2018. So this is going to be a game that's had a server open for quite a long time, surprisingly. And that never ever happens these days in WWE games, having an online server open for that long. I mean, 2K20 will obviously be still open too, but I'm just hoping the 2K19 doesn't get less prioritized in the lead up to WWE 2K22's release. So fingers crossed, because I got a lot riding on that, and if that falls apart, then yeah, we're going to be in some strife. But yeah, no, WWE 2K22 should be good. I'm hopeful, but there's still a little bit of doubt in the back of my mind because we haven't seen too much in regards to the trailer. So fingers are crossed. I'm hopeful. Still a little bit of doubt. I hope we get some more news, some more gameplay, even another trailer if they have to. Just something. Apparently I was seeing, reading online just recently, and from a couple of other content creators in the WWE 2K community, that there may not be no more news till January of next year. So that's a little bit disappointing if their rumors are true. But yeah, we just have to I guess we just have to wait and just go off this trailer, be hopeful, and see how this all goes. And if you have any thoughts on WWE 2K22, leave them in the comments. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you want more content like this, don't forget to subscribe. Turn that button from red to grey, post notifications on. And as always, have a great day or night wherever you may be, and I will see you in the next one. And of course, we have a new playlist dedicated to anything WWE 2K22 related, so I hope to keep on top of that one. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Bye.